listen, on behalf of the African community, the entire African community, East, West, North, and South, I want to apologize for Poetik Flako and his actions. We sincerely do not condone anything he's doing. We do not, we've disowned him a long time ago. We don't claim him. If it was possible, we would trade him to another race, but unfortunately it isn't possible. So I just wanted to say my apologies for him. Now, in this clip here, if you haven't watched my No Jumper interview, I brought up the fact that I disagreed with what Poetik Flako did to American Cholo. Now, I've spoke with American Cholo. American Cholo actually was dope enough to give me a call after I reached out to him, right? We were scheduled to do an episode on his platform. Unfortunately, my mother had a heart attack and we had to reschedule. But anyways, I called him out because I didn't like the fact that he took something out of context and made this whole big thing about American Cholo and who he truly is and whatnot, when it had no truth, when it was just a supercut of things taken out of context in order to make American Cholo look bad. Now, on a surface level, so what, MJ? Why do you care? Now, I grew up in Phoenix, Arizona, where it's predominantly Mexican brown, right? I said this in my last video. Me and the Mexicans is like this. You think I'm lying? Y'all got family members in Arizona. I'm a well-known being here. Ask about MJTV and see if I'm lying, right? Throughout high school, I'm going to tell you guys a story too at the end of the video. But we like this. So when he did that, I was so disgusted because I too am in this space. And I look forward to doing content with the brown community, with these brown artists, right? I think it's so dope because much like Africans, they're underrepresented and misrepresented. So like the similarities are, come on now. So for him to do that, on top of the situation where American Cholo was successful in having a song that mentioned his people in a derogatory fashion or form, he had that song removed. And because of what American Cholo did, they changed that. They took off the whole episode off the radio station, and he took the W away from the brown community that was deserving of it. And I didn't like it at all. And I told Adam to his face, I'm like, so you approve that of what Flako did? And he said, nah, Poetik Flako created that. So I went back to my old video and I was like, wow, he really lying. Like once I compare these two clips to each other, y'all gonna see this man is a liar. Like, listen, this clip right here, I'm about to show y'all. This is me 7 months ago, right? I donated to Back on Fig because Poetik Flako was over there talking crap about me living in my car, moving to a new state, and trying to expand my business and scale my business, right? So I called in, and they were having a conversation about coonery and this, and that. And listen to what I said.
So
I like that. Yeah. You know what I mean?
MJTV super chatted $20. He said it's crazy y'all having a CNN conversation with the same dude who attacked Dr. Umar for months on end. Is that you, Flako? Also, race battling, posting and clip of American Cholo out of context, knowing and understanding the climate of LA.
Yeah, right. So one,
he on your ass.
Yeah, right. So one, right. Listen, and that's how I know.
Yeah,
right. Listen. And that's why, like, and he would never be a good YouTuber, right? Because his research is just wrong, right?
I would never be a good YouTuber. I just sat down for 2 hours with your boss, who told me I had potential to be a very great podcaster. Look at God. Now, on top of that, he said I didn't do my research. Let's listen.
One, I was the one who was making videos defending Umar Johnson, and that's why I got into beef with other content creators, right? So one...
Let me pause that. He stated that Dr. Umar Johnson, he called the police on Dr. Umar Johnson for lying about having the lights on to a school and taking funds. And so you guys know that.
Research is just bad. Now, two, in terms of that clip being posted, I think by now, like, we all know that was not, like, my call. I ain't create the post. I ain't create the video. You feel me, right? Mm-hmm. I just hit the upload. You feel me, right? Because that's what I'm told, right? Mm-hmm. So, right.
So, hold on, let's rewind. Sure. So that's actually an American Cholo video. Like, you were told to post that. You posted that.
We all agreed, right?
You were told to post that. You ain't know you all agreed. This ain't your platform.
Sure, right? Look.
You had the clip.
Sure.
You posted.
The team, like, agreed that this was going up. So I hit the upload. Since, like, for example, right? Like,
who was the team? Because no team...
was not, like... my call. I ain't create the post. I ain't create the video. You feel me?
I
Right?
ain't create the post. I ain't create the video. Now,
20-second exchange here that seems like one type of way. People will post that on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, and they'll say, and then we'll say, oh, it's taken out of context. Yeah, well, the context was like an hour-plus long interview. So I don't know. I didn't really think that he did anything wrong with it. Obviously, there was like an outsized reaction to it.
His subliminally in his response to that video that I made, he threw you under the bus.
Saying what?
It's saying it was the no jumper team. I was under.
Oh, I approved it.
No.
For
He was
sure,
saying
he found it.
No. He's saying he's under instruction. He was like, I don't make the call. I don't make the shot. I was told to do something. I did it. Subliminally, he's saying in this response video to what I said.
That might
So he
have
threw
been
you
a
under
little
the bus.
deceptive because he pretty much posting it was like entirely his idea.
Come on. No,
What?
he was
From
saying-
what I recall.
Right. So then he goes to the pop-up ODM Slim.
and he lied about it. And he had the audacity to lie. Listen, man. It's a great time to be alive right now. Flako and China Mac, you know? God hits harder than I do. I didn't even have to get my lick back. But you just hear the man lie. He sat over there on T-Rail stream and blamed it all on Adam 22, right? And then Adam 22 just cleared the air. He said, I ain't have nothing to do with that shit. I ain't rocking with that. That was him. He created a big supercut and did all of this. And that's what he wanted to get clout. That's what he did. That was his decision. And for me, for someone who rocks with the brown community, Phoenix, Arizona, need I say more? I'm a nigga here. My name ring bells. If I'm lying, I'm flying. Just go to Arizona, ask about who is this kid, right? If I told y'all, we'll leave that alone. Anyways, and so when he did that, I was so disgusted and I was so mad. I'm like, damn, bro, you're supposed to be a representation of Africa and you're stirring up some bullshit between communities that have been mourning for years? Really? In order to boost your views? Flako? Are you serious?
Then the American Cholo situation happened.
And what was your perspective on the American Cholo thing that he didn't like?
I didn't like the fact that, bro, if American Cholo did say the N-word, and I researched this whole situation. Now, it was like he was speaking to somebody, and this person, obviously of black descent, and called him like a wetback or something, some shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Called him a beaner or some shit to that level.
And my memory of it was that American Cholo had used the word a bunch of times. Like talking about Tariq Nasheed. And Flako had basically created a supercut of it, edited it together a bunch of different times that he said it, and basically had the conversation with us of like, should we post this? And we were all kind of
What
like,
type? So you edited, you collected all, you brought it to the table. This is where your mind's at. Let me do this. Let me create division. Let me be an agent of chaos. That's why you don't fuck with me, because you can see the divinity in me. And when the real come around, the fakes start to shiver up and quiver like, something about this nigga I don't like. Listen, shout out to Rick and Ralph and the pop-up. Y'all know I used to do work over there. They offered this nigga money to do that sit down. But when you sit next to the real thing, the fake thing don't look as good. Right? And you's a sucker for this situation. And that's why you don't want to sit next to me, because I'm going to expose shit like this. That's why you blackballing things do. But look, your blackball ain't greater than the power of Allah. Wallahi, it's not. I guarantee you this year, the blessings he has written for me. I sat with your boss for 2 hours. The Linux you laughed about living in his car and making fun, using an African child to depict me for your thumbnail, being that you're African and your mother's African. Again, to the brown community, I apologize. But you see clearly, if you support him, that's what he just did. Adam 22, who I sat with, if you haven't watched my interview, go watch it. He clearly just said he created this supercut. He brought it to the table. And that's y'all, man. This y'all king. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. Subscribe if y'all can, man. Help me retire my mama. She getting old on me.